Good morning to everyone and welcome back to Policing with You. I am your host, Charmaine Odein. With me, I have two members of the National Intervention Team here with us to tell us about how is the department impacting when it comes to fighting crime. What do they do? What partnership do they What do they do in regards to assisting with the fight against crime? With me, I have Officer Lake and Officer Hendrickson. They're no strangers to Policing with You. However, I'll have them tell us a bit about themselves and then we'll get the ball rolling.
Hi, my name is Officer Hendrickson. I am a member of the National Intervention Team and I have a passion for community policing and interacting with at-risk youth.
Good morning to all those out there in Radio Land. My name is Officer Lake, and from small I always had I couldn't say from small, but from being an at-risk youth myself, growing up, and someone reaching out to me and be there for me, mentoring me, it gave me that passion to try to do the same to at-risk youth. So that is my passion as well.
Thank you so much, guys, for that introduction. Can you explain the core mission of the National Intervention Team and how does it fit into the community policing?
Well, the core mission of the National Intervention Team is to strengthen the relationship within the community while addressing crime preventions through proactive measures. Community policing play a critical role in our approach, as we believe that fighting crime is not just about enforcement, being forceful and brought down people doing all kind of foolishness. It's not all about that, but about building trust, fostering collaboration, and engaging citizens in keeping their neighborhood safe. We focus on connecting with residents, children, strangers, everyone, and understanding their concern, no matter how small it is, no matter how petty or foolish it might seem, and working together to create a safer environment for all.
Wow, I couldn't say it better myself, Officer Lake. It is important that persons understand that policing is just not about enforcing, but the proactive measures are very important.
Indeed.
Especially in creating safe spaces in the communities. Thank you so much for that well-detailed explanation as to how your core mission married into community policing. What has been the impact of your recent community policing drive? We started a drive building safer communities through collaboration. How has that ongoing initiative?
Well, since launching our community policing drive in September, we've seen a marked improvement in the level of cooperation between the police and the local residents. The drive has been opened up to many challenges of communication, and that allowed us to address community concerns more directly. One notable impact is increased visibility of officers on the ground, which has helped deter crime and criminal activity and encourage the residents to report suspicious behaviors they may see in their community. We also receive positive feedback from schools, businesses, and social groups that would indicate that our presence has brought a greater sense of safety in the community.
Indeed.
Yes. We've been out there. I've heard the remark. I've heard the demand for more police officers on the ground, the visibility, not just the patrols. They have complained about the patrols, and persons listening in would agree with me that callers have complained about persons driving through the district with their glass up, and they would like to see more boots, as they call it, on the ground. Yes. So, thank you so much, Hendrickson. I applaud you guys for working so hard. to show the visibility and the partnership, because the trust is very important.
That is true.
Correct.
Fostering that trust in the community for persons see something, say something. We are a long stretch when it comes to sensitization, but they continue walk through, they continue engaging the persons in the community, business persons, eventually would build a rapport. Thank you so much. How does the foot patrol, you mentioned the visibility, the boots on the foot. How does the foot patrol in the, I see we have been in the Basti areas, not that we are limited to the Basti area, but for now our focus is in the Basti areas, and then we're going to go to the district, what we call the District B area, and then we are going to partner with our colleagues over in District C. How is it contributing to the reduce of crime and building trust in the communities?
Well, Foot Patrol have been very instrumental in building, bridging the gap between the police and the community, you know? Because growing up, I remember the people in the community used to tell me, we used to see the police everywhere. Police used to literally on every corner. They used to feel so safe even when they're going home. A guy was saying in the 80s, while in the 70s, jigs when they used to go distro.
Disco.
Disco. Back then, crime wasn't really rampant back then. But when they see the police on the corner at 2 o'clock in the AM, in the AM or 3 o'clock in the AM, and they're going home, they're not frightened because they think somebody gonna rob them or rape them. They were more frightened of folktale, more frightened of Jumbi. But when they see the police, they don't even fear Jumbi no more, you know? So that's what we're trying to do. By walking the street, we become familiar faces, and the people love that. And the people are more comfortable in approaching the police with their concern. This has directly contributed to reducing crime by deterring criminal activity and encourage residents to be more vigilant. Also, these patrols also allow us to respond to issues more quickly and help us better understand the day-to-day challenges faced by the community.
Yep, definitely, because we cannot do it alone.
Indeed.
So we need a partnership, and you know, you become the first person to back up. You're supposed to be the first person to safeguard yourself.
Indeed.
So asking the community to be more vigilant, we're asking them to prioritize themselves when it comes to safety, making sure that they themselves is safe. And yes, in the 70s, they used to fear the zombies instead of the criminals. So yes, because you hear the white woman and the woman in the white dress.
Yes.
And the fire floating or something like that, you know?
Yes.
For real.
It's crazy.
Definitely. Could you tell us more about the school presentation? You said in your introduction about the school presentation and the collaboration that you have. We realized that there's a collaboration going on from last week. We had Miss Virgil Hawes from His Majesty Prison. She spoke about the partnership with the Ambassador for Youth program, where the inmates will go out and engage the students and tell them about their past, and asking them and encouraging them to stay positive and create safe space. The safe space is important, and it will always pop up when it comes to community policing. How do these initiatives help guide young people away from crime? I think this is an awesome initiative. I know it's launched on Monday. We started in the Sadler's Primary School and the Sadler's High School, and as we speak, they are now at the Bastia High School engaging our youths of our federation. So tell us how this initiative has helped or will help guide our youths away from the criminal activities.
Well, our collaboration with His Majesty Prison and the Ambassador for Youth program led by Miss Virgil Hodge has been a powerful tool for prevention. Very powerful. I must give her roses, while she's alive. Right. It's very powerful. Inmates who share their stories with students gave it raw. They didn't hide behind nothing. They let them know as it is. Let them know it's no fairy tale. It's no Sesame Street. It's no milk and cookies. You know? Ain't Grand Theft Auto. These are
Right.
real life situation. Real life. Tell them it's just all about pain. You guys don't know what pain is until you experience how you go through those situations. So instead of going through those situations, you know, the inmates give them raw. And I love that. Unfiltered view of consequences of crime. Because when you watch these youths, when you hear these youths converse, have a conversation with one amongst one another, they make it seem like it's all a game. They make it seem like you're going, whoop, you in a 5-star hotel like Marriott or something like that.
Right.
But the inmates let them know it's not like that. If you never been searched or stripped before, molested, you might just get that. Not molested like man and put the hand on your butt. The first stage of entering that prison for being sentenced, the first stage of that is being molested.
Call it eye rape.
You know, you have to strip down, you have to squat, you have to. It's just crazy, you know. So they gave them the unfiltered view of that. These real life experiences resonate deeply within the youths. And the day I can see a couple of them faces, they were taken back to reality, Sarge.
Right.
You know, and I was very happy, I was very pleased, and I was just hoping that it resonate within them and spark a change.
Okay.
You know, to serve as a deterrent to fight crime, to do crime. This presentation also offers a platform for students to engage with the officers and former inmates, you know, help them understand the long-term impact of poor choices while showing them there is always a way to make better decisions. And at the end of the day, ain't about Hendrix, ain't about me, it's all about you. You are the person in the mirror. You are the person making the choices. And most of the time, when you make choices maybe with a group, most of the time you want to pay for those choices, you know? So the inmates let them know that. You know, you can make better these choices, but it's up to you. It starts with you.
Cool.
Yes, I was very much taken back, and I thank the prison for partnering with us. And you know, we starting this program. I heard the hush hush around the students, especially when they were told what they have to do when they entered. And the thing about it,
yes,
real life, you don't see the friends them. They don't come at the gate. They don't come bring a bottle of water. You hardly find them looking for you. And you remember one of them said that his own friend is who came and gave evidence. He himself had crocodile tears.
Imagine that these friends claim to be real OG, claim to be real gangsters, street code.
And remember, he talked about the fake love. This had them, you know.
Yeah.
Because remember, these youngsters are being engaged by these gang members, and the first thing they're gonna do is try to make them feel a sense of love, a sense of belonging.
That is true.
And it's fake.
It's fake.
Because they want to see how far you will go to for me. I give you the shoes, I give you the KFC, I give you the big chain, I give you the tool to hold. How far you will go for me, and at the end of the day, it's all fake love.
Yeah, because the youth don't want to prove it to show, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Fully active.
Yeah, fully.
Glory. Yes, thank you guys so much for that, and we will continue to do this partnership. And yes, Nevis, we're coming to you. We're going to come over to the schools as well. I know Nevis persons have been calling me, asking me when we're going to get our share of this intervention. And planning is ongoing, and we know that there's need for it in Nevis, and we're going to come. Thank you so much. So we're going to pause for now. Officer Lake, Officer Hendrickson, we're going to pause and we're going to pay some bills. JQ, we hand it over to you. We'll be right back with you.
Listen, you hear the song? It's Nostalgia on ZIZ Radio from 1 to 3 in the afternoon on Thursdays. On Nostalgia, everybody has a good voice, so relax and go in the zone with us. Get your songbook, look in the index, find the song that is playing, and sing along. Join ZIZ Radio every Thursday from 1 to 3 for Nostalgia. It's music to soothe you right here with us. ZIZ Radio, touching you with variety and style.
Water is life, 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 life. Water is life, 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 life. Do just one thing,
Every job come, make sure you check for leaks around your house every day. Every job come, when brushing your teeth, don't let the water run away. Come save the water, preserve the water right now. Every job come, save the water whenever you take in your shower. Every job come, make saving the water your business every hour. The water right now. It's up to me and you and you and you and you. The water right now.
do just one thing.
Yes, good morning and welcome back to Policing with You. I am your host, Shamin Odin. With me, I have Officer Lake and Officer Hendrickson from the National Intervention Team. We have a call, and remember the lines are open. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to you, madam. Good morning. Today, I must admit, I have always listened to this show, the programming. It is educational and very informative, however. And I do believe, as of this morning, for what I heard, all you're walking in the right path. I am impressed, especially with Officer Lake and his presentation. I feel the effect, how present it is. I think I'm a part of it because I definitely is someone who sees the things and says the things I saw, because it's the only way we're going to help to improve and reduce crime. Officers, if you all are officers, I am impressed. Today is one of the better programs I've heard of Policing with You. And don't stop. I am encouraged to encourage you all for what all you said this morning, to let these things be a practice and demonstrate it, for others to see all you're doing exactly what I heard and I understand because I accept it. I thank you all very much. I do thank you all and do have a pleasant day. Goodbye. Thanks very much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, caller. Your support is what we need. And yes, we will continue to do that drive. Do you get any more calls? Not at the moment. So, back to you guys. So, the caller just encouraged us to continue to do that drive, and we hope that other officers would partner with us as we continue to foster that relationship with our communities.
Indeed.
Right.
Okay, you were here a few months ago and you spoke about clubs and stuff like that. I want the listeners, the viewing and listening audience, to understand that this is also a part of the crime fighting methods, proactive methods. So how does the role of the police clubs in the McKnight areas, in the St. Peter's areas, in the Newton area, and in Malvin play when it comes to crime fighting and youth engagement?
Well, police clubs in the areas of McKnight, St. Peter's, Newton, and Malvin are essential for engaging young people in a positive and constructive way. These clubs, they provide a safe haven for youths to build friendships, develop life skills, and to stay engaged in their communities. By youth participating in such activities as sports, mentorship, and skill building workshops, the youth are less likely to engage in criminal behavior or being involved in criminal activities. And instead, they would learn the value of teamwork, discipline, and respect.
Of course.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Officer Hendrickson. Yes, this is also one of the initiatives that we have when it comes to fighting crime. We understand that the police play a role in this. Do you have guest speakers come in to speak to the clubs and stuff like that?
Yes,
to
we do.
offer
Yes.
their professionalism. So if you want to join us and partner with us and give lectures or presentations to our youths, we welcome you. We want to encourage the parents in the areas that are identified that you can also send your children. Social clubs are important. Positive social clubs are important because even when they travel overseas to college, you ask what social or community clubs that you are involved in. We have a call, so we're going to take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning to everyone there. First, permit me to say happy birthday to everybody who is celebrating this very day. And you know, this is the best month of the year, the most compact month of the year.
Definitely.
The most international events were set up. World Bank, IMF, etc. I won't go on with the whole list. But, so including myself, you know, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
son.
Happy birthday for October.
I'm a kind of critic of police in many ways, in many instances, but not altogether. But, you know, you just mentioned something there which I've been trying to mention for many, many years about police and civilians, particularly young people. Young people don't gravitate to police too much, you know. And from a certain period, I know that since this marijuana story and the infestation of drugs generally, a lot of young people don't like police at all. They are always negative about them. I'm not saying every young person, many young persons, they hate police with a passion. But when I was very young, I went to work at the sugar factory. And every spare time I had, like after work and sometime in the afternoon after 4 hours, if we work Saturday, after work on Saturday, I'll find myself in the police recreation room. I love table tennis. So we used to go there to play. In fact, I used to go there since I was a schoolboy. But the story too long to tell. But after a while, the public was shut out. And that was a big mistake. Whoever did it, that was a big mistake. I don't know if they live to regret it. But they used to have domino and they used to have draft. So I knew a lot of police officers back then. I like Jeffers and them, deceased Jeffers. I knew them there very well. And so forth. So, Commissioner Deputy Hughes and all them, notwithstanding, Hughes is from the village that I'm from. That's Challengers. So, I say all of that to say, I'm glad that you're trying to make an effort to come back with something like that. But what I don't like, nowadays you hear a lot of talk. This is going to be done, and these things are never done. I don't like charade. I like actuality. Now, what I want to suggest to you, nothing wrong with bringing in people to even to lecture the boys at the club and whatever. But you got to be careful of fire because when they feel like they're going to be muzzled and so, they might turn away. But encourage them to come. Let them feel part of what's going on. So I'm glad for it. It's kind of character building when you're around police. And all of the youngsters here that swear and go on bad, you know. No respect. They're disrespectful to older people and themselves. When I was growing up, that couldn't happen. Now, nothing usually change as time goes on. But it's a kind of thin line between them. But I'm going to applaud you all for the effort. And I want to support you with that. There are other things too. But you can keep the youth them too occupied with too many things. because it's like when you put pressure on about. I'm in the technical one. If you put too much pressure on a boat and not, it would burst. Okay? So you just want what we call normality well, I can't find the word. And I know the word, but But it's just moderation. So again, I'm gonna applaud you on. But only one thing though, you all need to talk up a little louder. The sound is not coming through very well. Your voices are soft. So you need to get your volume up there. Let the technician and that. Anyway, again, have a good day.
Okay,
and happy birthday to you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, caller, for that, and your support is very much appreciated. Okay, officers, let's go. Any more calls, GQ? No? So we're going to continue with the questionnaire. We also have a drum corps at the National Intervention Team, which contributes to fostering discipline and positive behavior among youth in their community. How does this contribution help when it comes to the drum corps?
You know, music requires focus, teamwork, and dedication, all of which are transferable to other aspects of life. Through the drum corps, we instill values like responsibility and leadership, while also giving young people a chance to be creative, to have a creative outlet. You know, this program helps keep them engaged in positive activities, making them less vulnerable to negative influences.
Definitely. And you know, children love music.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing you hear parents say, when a child is very young, he take out my pot out my cupboard and he knocking it and them kind of things there. So parents, you're encouraged. There's a lot to offer our youths to be engaged in positive and safe spaces. The NIT, we can't do it alone.
Indeed.
We plead for volunteers, support however you can support the National Intervention Team as they continue to do this drive to creating safe spaces, engaging the communities to foster that trust and relationship, the collaboration between the schools, education. We also have Officer Hendrickson, who is very much involved in culture.
Oh, yes.
The NIT has also engaged him in making a holistic effort in different areas that would impact our youths. Officer Lake, what type of interventions are implemented for at-risk youths? And how do you measure the success? We have a few children would pop up now and then, and we will get called to, create interventions for them. Mm-hmm. And how do you measure the success? Because this is important for persons to know that, if you have a child there and you realize that the child is behaving in a certain manner and you need some sort of intervention, the police is here to assist. We also need a partner of the parent in order to make this a success.
Indeed.
Tell us a bit about that.
Well, we implemented a range of intervention for at-risk youths, including one-on-one mentoring. That's we have seen some results from that. The children them are very grateful for that because they build a bond with that person because the person understands what they're going through. Also family counseling, because what we realize with these youths, especially when these youths are going to school, many of these youths have many problems at home. And then these youths will bring these set of problems to school.
Right.
And then some of the teachers might not understand where the youths are coming from, are going through, misunderstand the youth, and then they will lash out at the youth, punish the youth, and then the youth will go back home with a double set of problems.
Right,
so it just keep on reoccurring. Mm-hmm. So that's why we also encourage family counseling to get to the core root of the problem,
mm-hmm.
to try help not just the youth, but the family who going to be in the youth life for many years to come. You know, and also parenting, partnering with local organizations to provide educational and vocational opportunities. You know, in the summer there, we partner with the security forces football team,
Right.
and also through that they partner with some person from England, I'm telling you, from America, from Canada, to come and help train these youths in football, to scout them and to let them know, hey, there's opportunity for you guys out there, you know, out there. Once you come and you apply yourself and you don't be rude and disrespectful, you learn how to tone back, because they've been telling us, they tell us, you know, some of these youths are very talented, but the biggest issue is their attitude. So they cannot select them because of their attitude. So we let the youths them know, hey, not because you are maybe people claim that you are a bad person, that you're very rude and what's not. Do come and we'll try to work along with you, and hopefully over time there will be a change. And
Right, definitely.
the change, as you can see, sometimes it's slow, but it's all about patience, you know. These interventions are designed to meet the specific needs of each youth. You know, because every person is different. We all individuals are different. We are make up different. So we don't have all the same problems, you know.
Right.
So we try to understand each child, you know. We measure success by monitoring improvements in behavior, school attendance, and the ability to stay out of trouble with the law. In some cases, we've seen remarkable transformation as these youths redirected their life towards positive paths, you know. Because most of the time, when you see these youths are misbehaving, they're screaming out to us, somebody help me. You see me doing all these nonsense. When I used to go to school, I used to get fighting and in the office literally every day. I just want somebody to notice me. I just want somebody to talk to me. I just want somebody to tell me I'm be okay. You know, just a listening ear, somebody could know to guide me, but most of the time, those person was not around. They just see me and they want to get me out fast. They just go. You know, they want nothing to do with you.
Right.
But we are trying to change all of that and see the change in these youths, you know.
Right.
Yes, Officer Lake. Very, very much important. And I like that we started to move in a different direction where we look at the family counseling. And you said it well. Because some of the youths come with issues from home, they go to school, and they go back home with double.
Yes.
Right.
A double portion. So we are looking at the holistic view of the planning, the family, and how we can help. And yes, we encourage counseling. That is one of the healing methods that we encourage, especially when it comes to family togetherness.
And excited. And you spoke about Hendrix with he folklore. Many youths have gone through has been a part of Hendrix folklore, and Hendrix can even be a testament to that he have a particular load from that folklore is now a police officer.
Yes.
In the force. So those are the kind of programs we try to engage the youths in, you know.
Yes, very much, very much, very much. You said a mouthful. I want you to share an example of how our team has done intervention and it positively impacted at-risk youths.
Well, one particular case stand out. A young boy from McKnight. You know, growing up I used to hear people say nothing good come from McKnight, and nobody can change, you know, the youth can't change, you know, it's just a continual cycle. You know?
We're going to pause a bit.
Okay.
We have a call, so we're going to pause, Lake, to take this call. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Quickly, good morning again.
Morning.
And happy birthday again. Anyway, you ever see anybody throw water on a duck's back? Or you did it yourself?
No.
No, sir.
No.
You know when water go on a duck back, what happen? It never stays on me. It runs off because the duck, because birds generally has a kind of Let it again. I started, when people cooking chicken, they need to clean them up in warm water and lime and that kind of thing. There's something there that prevents the water from going onto the board itself. So you understand? Some of these things that they say, you only throwing water and ducks back, you know. But I suggested already on a program, I don't know which one, but I believe some of these, if you're going to produce a good service, something in production, the number of factors must work together. Otherwise, you can't work. You know, you can't produce. The economists can tell you land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship or enterprise would work. The 4 factors. Otherwise, you can't produce. Now, I said that to say, the laws of the land, in reference to all these programs and so forth, the welfare system and all of that, a lot of the laws they want changing, you know, they want upgrading. I, for one, would like to see that they have a situation where when you have delinquent parents, whether male or female, they sentence them to a parenting program, make it compulsory. But the government got to set up these things ahead of time. And then, I ain't talking about a particular party, talking about government. When they offend, they sentence them to a parenting program to see that where they should understand about being a parent, not support of a child in terms of finance. Good. Some don't even do that because they get children all around, and that add to the delinquency because when a woman got a number of children, unmarried, the father live there. But I like to see when people married though. And children, some they ain't get no father in, some them no mother in too. And then my mother used to say, my children don't care how poor I am. They'll never live with anybody one time alive. They're not animals, sheep and goats and so forth. So if all parents used to think like that, we would have a better world. We must have delinquency because it's human nature. But I want to see that kind of thing that you are should be able to make recommendations to the appropriate ministry. And then they get forward with these things. Because the bad parenting aspect causes the children to go to stray, you know. Astray rather. So I want to see something like that. You can really legislate behavior, but if the laws are in place to govern certain things, we will see a better St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm looking more St. Kitts and Nevis. That could extend to the Caribbean later, but I want St. Kitts and Nevis to be better. We're going down a slope there, but I don't know. I ain't gonna live to see many things, but I think where we're going ain't so good. Just ain't good. Once again, have a good day.
Yes, thank you, caller. Thank you so much for that. And I agree with you. We need more parental programs. We also need that when persons go to the court that it is embedded. And I guess regulations would have to change. Laws would have to be amended. We have a next call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning. I'm just following up on what the gentleman said in relation to the parenting program. My name is Judy Bass Cyril. I'm presently the president of the Island Council Mothers Union. And we do have that program. We have done training for young parents who have difficulties with their children, the same topic. Right. But we have not been utilized, and the social services know of our program. Presently, I have to do maybe 3 trainings. They have organized one for me for next year, but I'm just calling to say that we are not being utilized. We have written to 2 ministries to run 2 programs to train persons, but we have not been successful. So if you are willing to partner with us, you can contact me at 663-6700, and then we can have a further conversation, because we can collaborate with you. We presently have one other person who had been trained with me as a facilitator. So if we move from there and we're able to train more persons, then I think we can make an impact. That's my 2 cents.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much for that. We will contact you shortly and see how best we can partner, because these programs are also important. It creates safe places at home for our children as well. Yes, Officer Lake, you were giving example of positive. We have a next call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, good morning, officers.
Good morning.
I'm calling from overseas. I'm observing the show. And all I want to say is that I want to make a comment. I don't have a question. I'm very happy that you all are tackling the problem with the young people and the teenagers, because I grew up in St. Kitts and now I'm in my 70s. And I was very well taught how to behave and how to act. I was never delinquent, and I came to America. I'm living here now over 50 years. And it's surprising to me to see what's going on the island. And I'm admiring the conversation, because the young people in St. Kitts need to learn that they are an example of the island of things to come. So go ahead and enjoy the show. And I'm enjoying myself watching you guys back home. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your encouragement. Officer Lake, before we wrap up, I want you to answer that question.
Yes, so I was saying, so many people speculate that nothing good, especially when it comes to male, can come out of McKnight. But we have this one particular young boy from McKnight who has been struggling with behavioral issues and school attendance. Join our police youth club there in McKnight. Through constant mentorship and his improvements in the Jump Corps, we saw a significant improvement in his attitude. Indeed, because we were like Mr. Injection, Officer Injection said, Jump Corps music teach discipline.
Right.
It teach how to be patient. It teach how to work together as a team. Because in a Jump Corps, you can create all that music, that beautiful melody, music by yourself, sympathy by yourself. You need the help of those around you. You need the help of your friends. So we saw the improvements in him because of those things and because of the mentoring and that. And because of that, he became an ambassador. He became someone who is very active against bullying, against skipping class. He go to class regularly. His grades have been improving. So we have seen a change, and from that we know there's hope for these young people out there.
Correct.
Awesome.
There's hope.
Okay, we're gonna basically wrap up now, and I want to thank you guys for coming and educating the public as to how at National Intervention Team we are assisting with the crime fighting. The plans forward for the National Intervention Team, we are in about, I think it's next week, as the month closes off, we're going to give out some elderly packages. Nevis, you're also going to get your impact as well. We continue to do our walkthrough in the Basset area. We have church service in Nevis this weekend on Sunday. We hope to be at the Eden Brown Church of God as we embrace them with our presence and God's presence as well. We have an upcoming conference which is in the planning stage for our youth. We did it last year. It was very impactful, and we hope to do it this year again. We want to thank you guys for coming once again. and taking the time. We want to thank GQ and ZIZ for having us here this morning. We want to thank God for giving us the time to spend to share with the listening and viewing audience. I want to thank you, the listening and viewing audience, and those who called in and gave their support to the National Intervention Team. Our job is a thankless job, but we continue to do it, and the support of the community is very important. We accept any form of collaborations once it would impact our youth in a positive manner. So thank you once again. I am your host, Shamin Odein. Thank you for listening. Police is with you.
Funeral